For an amazing selection of toys and collectibles, including great video game figures from Figma, D-Arts, and more, shop Big Bad Toy Store. Just click the link in the description below this video.
Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan. Welcome to another installment of From Pixels to Plastic. You know, the Mega Man games on the NES and Super NES were among some of my absolute favorite while growing up. And ever since I was a kid, I have always wanted some really great plastic representations of my favorite characters from those games. Now, even though there have been a few different series of Mega Man action figures over the years, the problem was that a lot of times they weren't based on those NES and Super NES games. And the ones that weren't always the best quality. Thanks to Bandai Japan, that is all changing now. Allow me to introduce you to the Mega Man D-Arts line, a series of action figures featuring great sculpts, a great amount of articulation, and some really cool accessories and display options. This could quite possibly be the Mega Man toy line I have long dreamed of.
Bandai started their D-Arts series with characters from the Mega Man X games, and of course kicked things off with X himself. There were two versions of the character released in 2011, the normal version and a US exclusive that was sold at San Diego Comic-Con featuring a cool metallic chrome finish. This is the version we're actually going to look at today. The figure comes in window box packaging that fully showcases the figure and some of his accessories. The lower portion has the Mega Man X logo, and the rest of the box is decorated in a similar fashion, featuring the deep blue colors and golden X crossed over the window. The back has some images of the figure showing off some of the cool poses you'll be able to pull off, as well as some of the alternate display options. So let's get this guy out of the box and take a look at him. First thing, with this being the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version, he features that chrome finish. So he is incredibly shiny, which I really like. Definitely makes him feel more special and adds to that whole robotic feel for him. The overall design of the figure is really well done. The designs are very accurate to the artwork from the Mega Man X games. Everything from the face design to the proportions of his armor are terrifically done. Just on looks alone, this is easily the most accurate Mega Man X action figure produced to date. But aside from his great design, this is also the most poseable version of Mega Man we've received thus far. One good thing about him being a robot character is that all of the joints on this guy are well hidden, or just blend in really well with his sculpt. So even though you don't notice a lot of joints, he still has a wide range of movement. All of the joints move incredibly smooth, and he features a great mixture of ball joints and swivel joints throughout his body. This is really going to allow you to pull off some dynamic poses, as well as some more casual poses. Now, one thing to mention is that the figure is designed in such a way that many of the parts are easily removable. This is going to play into some of the interchangeable parts he features, and even plays into some of the swap abilities I'll be showing you when we get to the next figure. But I still wanted to bring it up because while posing this guy around, he does tend to pop apart at times. He's usually easy to snap back together though, so it's no big deal. So now that you've seen how poseable this guy is, now we get to see all the cool accessories and interchangeable pieces this guy includes. First of all, he features 3 different faces. These are easily swapped out by removing the front portion of his helmet and just swapping out the faces. This will allow you to display him with a standard face, a teeth-gritting serious face, and a screaming super serious face for serious business. He also includes a set of interchangeable hands, as well as the ability to remove his arm cannon and replace it with a regular forearm. This will allow for multiple display options with open hands, closed fists, and any combination of hands or cannon. This also allows you to place his arm cannon on either arm that you want to. Adding even more display elements to the arm cannon are the included blast shots. There is an alternate piece that you can plug onto the arm cannon that replaces the normal red gem-like piece with a peg hole so that you can plug in one of two included blast effects. First, there is the normal shot, which features 3 bursts. The burst can be swiveled around and you can even remove a piece of it. So with this effect alone, there are many different ways you can display X in some cool firing poses. Then there's the fully charged Mega Buster shot. This is a really cool looking piece and will allow you to recreate some awesome charged shot poses. The only issue here is that the effect is very heavy. X's arm can barely hold the weight of it, so long-term display is not really going to work for this piece. It really could have benefited from utilizing a clear display stand for support. I'm not really sure why Bandai chose not to include one for this. So the figure does have a few minor flaws, mostly in the fact that both he and his charge shot would greatly benefit from having display stands, and the fact that the joints do tend to fall apart when posing him around, which mostly is more annoying than anything else. But I would still consider those very minor gripes, because overall, I really love this figure. I think the overall sculpt and look of this guy are pretty much perfect, and would definitely give him the title of being the definitive version of X in action figure form. Remember, if you don't like the chromed finish of this exclusive version, there is also a version with a normal paint job. It's the exact same figure, and may actually be preferred by some collectors. But I like shiny things, so I'm quite happy with this particular exclusive. The figure was released in 2011 and sold for around $40 or so in the US, and it sold out pretty quickly. But the good news is he was so popular that he's getting re-released, so you should be able to pre-order the regular version if you're interested. However, this chromed version was exclusive to the 2011 San Diego Comic-Con, so your only chance of getting this particular one is going to be on the aftermarket at much higher prices. The best thing about this awesome figure is that he is but the first in the whole line of Mega Man themed D-Arts figures. So stay tuned, there's more mega goodness to come.